Hey. We know you can do it.
Figure it out. Huh?
I didn't get your text.
We'll just wait for Kat to come back. She's back in a second.
Chris, when you send out emails on.
All right, I gotta add
Just put your email right there.
Thank you, Kat. We'll, you wanna wait 5 minutes till we get some more on, and we have one, ready to go? 7:02. You can get 3 more minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna call to order, pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
All right, we'll do a roll call vote.
Want to go around the table or I'll call you up? Chris,
Present.
John,
Here.
Dan is not.
Oh, he's on
Is he there?
Yep, Dan's there.
Gil?
Yeah.
Kelly, no?
Nope.
No Kelly.
Al, yes. Diana,
Nope.
Tommy?
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
Welcome, Isaac. Howard, Bill. And then for ex officio, we have Catherine, Jesse, and. Any guests today?
Yep.
That's it.
Okay, so we'll start with open mic. Anybody that wants to talk. Feel free. Is there anything that needs to be shared?
The only thing was what I told you about Lexington trying to sell their 250th stuff in Billerica. That I found out.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, John has open mic. John, please share.
I'm just letting you guys know. I was at O'Connor's and the Lexington 250th went in and tried to promote all their
Into the building.
into the building and said, can we put these at the registers to sell? Kevin Button told them no. So,
Okay.
but Kevin didn't know we had a 250th committee. He just into like selling something from Lexington. He's trying to keep it Billerica, but how many other businesses in town maybe have said yes. So we need to get the word out more that we have a committee and we're gonna be selling stuff.
Were they bells?
No, that I know of, but I'm just. That's all.
So we will, we have t-shirts cutting, but nothing here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. We can maybe talk about something tonight. As far as quick.
As far as the bells, it's not on the agenda. I did hear from Kelly Sardina, it's just a quick update to that. Instead of the decal, she's looking at maybe a cardstock, like a perforated business card that we could just print on something easily enough for logo, website, whatever.
Yep.
And just hype.
Perfect.
That's perfect.
She had, they're in too. She has.
What was that?
She has them. They're in. She got them. So.
Fantastic.
Go back to John, if we do want an in at O'Connor's, I know Kevin well, in fact, I know Jerry O'Connor much better.
Okay.
I think we all know them.
Yeah, once we get the name, then we can go
Yeah,
around.
but did Jerry O'Connor get you on the board of Stony Bank?
No, but my kid does work at it.
Yeah, I know. I'm teasing. My kid, one of my sons did work.
Anybody else open? Want to talk about? Dan, you sent me an email. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So, what I sent you was, I mean, and it fits with what you were saying. We need to start getting a presence here. So, I'm not an artist, so excuse they are, but I've sent you what the agenda is for Sunday. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Okay. So I sent you an agenda for what we're doing on Sunday, up on the town common. That was one of the documents. And then I sent you a second one, which is kind of, a draft of what we could put up on Facebook and everything to start pushing the event. It has and our logo at the top and talks about, what the event is, time, place, action, just so that we can start getting it up in front of people, so that they know to attend. So that's what those two things were I sent you, and you can share those, Chris.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll pass it around.
So
Yeah.
they're already on our Facebook page, but we're trying to get the website updated and Chris Bartlett was having a hard time with it, so we'll get all this up there.
Yeah.
Maybe on the-
Did
So as a
Janice
matter of
send
fact,
you?
it's already on the website.
Okay. Al, you have this too? No, okay.
Where is the website?
It's on the town website.
In the cloud.
Out.
No.
In the cloud.
On the town
Do you see
website.
how I just looked at you? I'm like, yeah, that's possible.
It's on the committees.
Sunday.
Okay,
Or if you just Google Bill Rica 250th committee, it should pop right
perfect. All right, Dan, so we'll pass that around and get it on, get everything, make sure it's all up.
Yeah, and if somebody has a better idea, then let's go with it. You know, we just need to start, we need to get it up there ASAP. So people will be there Sunday. And,
Perfect.
you know, we spoke about it last night and everything, but, you know, we need a lot going on, so. That's where, and we have gotten confirmed that the Billerica High School, choir, will be there. To sing the national anthem and the, God Bless America, a cappella. So that will be good.
Okay. All right. Okay, Dana, welcome, Mike, you want anything, you got anything to say outside the agenda?
I have a lot of things to say. What do you want to
I don't know, you tell me.
know? What's on the agenda? Hold on.
Keeping it basic, we're supposed to do the thing, so it wasn't meant to be a long agenda.
Okay. I just want to mention that we picked the date, May 31st, 9 to 3 for the craft fair. We have the auditorium and around.
Town hall.
Town Hall. It's in Borica Town Hall. You're gonna do the flyers. They're not done yet, right? No. Okay. The what?
31st.
The 31st, May 31st. The tables are $25 a table. And this, definitely at, craft fairs now, they're selling the tables for $60 a table. But we're charging $25 a table.
Okay.
Just to get the people in. And if we have anything like for the 250th that we could set up a table. I don't know if the t-shirts will be in by then.
Well, yeah, I'll have I just wanted, that's one of the items I just wanna go over,
Okay.
Yeah. But they'll be in by next meeting.
Yeah, so we could possibly sell those.
Okay, so the white ones, then we'd have to talk about that. We gotta come up with the design,
Okay.
but we can get them done fairly quickly, so.
All right, so I'm just saying like anything that you know, 250, just to bring it to everybody's attention. Also,
Can I spin off of that for a second?
sure,
Where are we with the wooden coin idea to try to sell? On a craft fair? Or those little things those wooden
Yeah,
building things that we were talking about?
I wasn't working on that,
I know that.
but I haven't heard.
I don't know who was.
Kelly was handling that.
all right,
I have the machine to do, I have access to a machine to do
Was
it,
it?
so.
So you
Oh,
got
you
the
do?
craft fair, there's a perfect opportunity to.
because, if you go to the Whiffle Tree, the Whiffle Tree has all of them. So I did go by there this past weekend just to see
All of what?
all of all the wooden things of Borica.
Okay,
They don't have the center,
okay.
just so you know, because I looked.
Okay.
So I didn't know, you know, we were discussing the wooden coin too, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
And that's the one that says Borica, oh, that was the ornament.
We were gonna use the logo of the 250th, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that was
Came to,
game plan, right?
Yeah, if we have like, any samples, I mean, with the Borica thing, the wooden object, if we do the center or we do a Minuteman or whatever we're doing, I think you can run that right off of the vinyl, right off of the, those machines,
the crickets?
the Crickets.
Yeah, you can do that too.
So I mean, that's something we could probably do quickly.
Okay.
I'm not,
We'll look into wooden nickels and black things.
Can you make wooden things off of a cricket?
Well, you're not gonna make them off the, no, so we have access to a laser engraver.
Oh.
And that
okay.
also,
They have like a vinyl thing?
Oh. okay.
yeah, so we could do a couple different, put the vinyl over your wood block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause the other ones, I think, pretty much the same thing. So then I have, hold on,
A pocket full of stuff.
I do, that's
Or
why I love
sunshine.
these.
Pocket full
I
of sunshine.
have everything in here, let me tell you. I got the bell,
Oh, okay, no, Kelly didn't, okay, perfect.
yeah,
good.
I have all the bells.
Oh, you do?
They're in my car.
Okay, perfect.
And no, I did not bring them all up here.
No.
So Kelly's idea, we got the bells. We have 150 of them. And her idea was to put something on here. I have actually green paper, because my daughter's into printing. I have printing paper, and I can probably have her print something up, so we can like just stick it on there. And, we have to come up with the saying what we want on it, like ring on April 19th at 5 AM, ring your bell or
And we're
whatever.
gonna hole punch it and tie it to it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not the saying. I mean, you
No,
can
no,
have
but-
anything for a
Yeah,
saying.
but we're gonna hole punch.
Hole punch
Yeah,
it.
Cause we have to get those out quick.
Right. So,
Just around the base.
Slide off.
Oh, right there, let it hang. What happened?
Tom Jingle?
Let it,
If you tie it like this.
Really, no. oh, damn. Well, either way, that's legit, we can figure that out. Are you familiar with ADG printing? ADG? Kelly knows them. I can go in and talk to them,
Okay.
see if we can just get the printed off real quick, you can turn around in 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
keep the logo on one side with the saying on the back.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What's the saying, Ashley, you got one?
You organize it.
Yeah.
Think about it,
You have instructions on how to use it.
how to ring them.
Put it in.
Certain place or certain time.
Let freedom ring.
Let freedom ring.
You just pull that out.
He just pulled that out.
That's amazing.
Okay, so
Wow.
let
I knew you were a vital asset.
logo with let freedom ring on the back.
Whatever.
Ring on April 19th. Let freedom ring on April 19th.
Yeah.
Yeah, let freedom ring on April 19th.
That's fine.
Okay, everyone go with that?
And the time. Thank you.
So as soon as we get those, and if you can get, I can go pick it up from printing, the printing place. So I can get these done, so we can put them on the website and,
Perfect.
are we selling these?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, who wants,
they were $180, they were $180, so they were $1 a piece to buy. Probably about $1.10 with the printing, a piece,
I'd say 2, 5,
5,
she's saying 5.
350.
I think 5 people will buy it.
What would you be willing to pay? And then.
I'd pay $5 for
I
it.
paid $5 for that.
I'd be $5
Because
because
then-
then at home.
There's
Yeah.
no- there's-
I was just gonna say, John, looking there going, Trisha, Trisha.
There's only a,
The school bus is coming, the school bus is coming.
Absolutely.
so this is,
I think maybe we could just change the tag on what doesn't sell. And continue to sell them for $5 until whenever. We can always go to more.
honestly, there's only 150 of them. When people find out there's only 150, they'll all be like, I want it.
Hopefully,
We hope.
Limited.
but even after we burn
You
the
know, you
150,
have to be positive. I'm positive, okay?
People know
Even
that
after you
it's
burn the one-
it's really limited, they're gonna be like, well, I gotta get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully
We
they
can
don't-
call it a collector.
but even after we burn through the
There you go.
150, we can always purchase more to sell.
Right?
It can be a
We can
commemorative.
still
item.
sell for $5.
I mean, I wouldn't label only 150 for sale.
Machine that you have that you're talking about using for the wood nickels and stuff. Engrave on
It
there?
won't do metal. It might do the plastic,
No.
but that would take way too long.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to be very talented for that.
Well, the machine, you put it in, I guess. just-
No, but I mean, this, for this here, to
Yeah, the machine just holds it.
hold it.
Gabby tells me it will do it, does acrylics. Wood,
I don't wanna take a risk.
no, I think the coins will be, because I can feed those through. Yeah, no, the tags would be quick and easy, boom, it's done.
Wait, are you gonna charge for the coins?
We wanna charge for the coins?
Are you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Have no idea, 'cause I have no idea what they're gonna cost.
Probably not much.
So I'll run 10 cents a piece, 20 cents a piece. I don't know how long it's gonna take to engrave. Machine just does it. It's not like you have to get
You
it.
could probably just sell it for a buck,
About
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
it.
that's all.
Approximately.
Buck a piece, 3 for $5.
I like it. I buy it. I buy the
People
three.
would buy $5 worth.
Alright,
That's what a lot of them do.
perfect.
I do 3 for $5.
Yeah. 3 for $5, $1.50 a piece for $5.
Make it,
$2 a piece.
make it a little bit more.
Saying, give them a deal.
Yeah.
And the other
Yeah,
thing,
3 for $5 is a deal.
is-
I sell them for $1.
That's what I'm saying, they, okay, 5 for $3. You give them,
Could do that.
you give them 2 for free.
Alright,
is I'm talking to,
cool.
the guy from the Whiffle Tree. The Whiffle Tree's been here for a million years.
I got kicked out of there when I was 3 years old. Cause I
Really?
touched everything.
My bus driver used to, he owned it, Dick. He used to bring us there. We used to get
I was
keys.
3 years
But
old.
anyways,
Can't hold it against me. I can't.
Had a number of years to get over.
Exactly, exactly.
Pictures on the wall.
No, no, I didn't have a beard then.
so I'm talking to him about, doing a special candle for Borica.
Oh, cool.
So.
For the 250.
And for the 250th, not,
What's the scent?
well, I came here, whatever you guys like.
Awful.
Well, we can't do pothole, all right?
Cheap beer.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to think of it right now. Just shoot me an email.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
The scent will be what we have a lot of in town, pizza shops and Dunkin' Donuts. They're mixed with it.
Yeah.
Pizza.
He can probably do a coffee candle. I've never smelled a coffee candle. I don't like coffee.
though.
So, alright, rest of the stuff we can do when we're update with the fundraising. Anybody have any quick open mic thing they wanna cover? No? Okay.
Do you wanna do anything about last night, or do you have a space for that?
Last night. Oh, the show. We'll do that. I'll do the chairman report type of thing. So Donnie's not he. Tom, are you trying to say something?
No, is my reaction.
Okay, alright. So Donnie was gonna try to make it tonight. Obviously, he's not on.
Yeah, it is. Proxy form today. So I've got an.
Oh, look at that.
Right, so first, the event that he has planned with the Army National Guard 215th Army Band and the school department is on July 8th, not on July 6th.
Okay.
So what he says is, and here's copies. The Billerica Veteran Service Office is proud to host the 215th Army Band for a free community concert, as we would be honored to partner with the Billerica 250th Anniversary Committee to help celebrate our town's incredible milestone alongside this patriotic performance. How the 250th Committee can participate. First is visibility. You're welcome to set up a table for the committee or display in the auditorium lobby before and after the concerts. That's another place you can sell your items, share the website for donations, whatever else.
Okay, if we can do that, it says, or in conjunction with fundraising. So we can sell items. The email he sent me, so I don't know if it changed, but in the email it says it cannot be used as or in conjunction with fundraising.
Oh, he doesn't, he specifies that part, okay.
Yeah,
But you
that's
can
in
have
the
an
email.
information table. I was
Okay.
assuming more, he gave you more than.
What's that being held?
Well, we can check with
June-
him.
Information sharing,
July 8th?
July 8th. 6 p.m. The Billerica Memorial High School Auditorium. It is free and open to the public.
What was the time?
6 p.m.
July 8th.
So that we can have visibility, information sharing,
Oh, is he Zoom?
community improvement.
Highway.
But, yep, he puts it on my email later on, I just haven't read it yet, but no fundraising in
Yeah, well.
particular.
Yes, please.
Yes, that's
That's okay.
So it says they expect a large diverse audience from Billerica and surrounding areas to attend. It's an opportunity to tie the town of Billerica's 250th into a major patriotic event and reach hundreds of residents. And it helps raise awareness about ongoing anniversary initiatives in a fun, family-friendly setting.
Perfect. So is this something that, yes, Al?
Just to remind everyone, July 8th is the first Tuesday, so we're supposed to be here, so we'll have to reschedule this.
It's at 6, I mean, not till 7.
Yeah, well,
Can we have?
I think,
Okay. No, I appreciate that. I will deal with that as it gets closer.
I'm gonna get on vacation.
Oh, really? Must be nice.
I'm gonna tell
It's that planner thing.
All right, so we'll deal with that a little bit later. See if we can move it a day.
All right, I have a question.
Yes.
I mean, I know it says this is not a fundraising event. The goal is to inform, celebrate, inspire the community pride. So my question would be, since it's especially like for the vets, there's a lot of people in Borica that were in the military or are in the military. I mean, would he be open to getting shirts that say Navy or Army and then have like the little Borica emblem on the side or something?
Sell or to give away? Because we can't sell anything.
All right, we can't
So as
sell.
far as the annual, the Veterans Holiday Lunch that he hosts, for example, they're constantly giving away the branch,
Brent.
the hats especially during those events. So I know he does get a lot of products like that to give away, but if you're looking for something specific like Bill Ricka veteran, Air Force, I don't think he has anything specific like that.
Okay.
I know it's a few months after that, but the Historical Society is planning something in November for Veterans Day. And we are welcome to join them. We can maybe do t-shirts there too. I know they sell things at the Historical Society. But we could maybe put it outside.
Because a lot of them, they want a Borica shirt, but they also want to display that they're a veteran or Navy, or part of the service. That's all.
Yeah, we're gonna be competing with him if he's already got one.
Yeah, I don't want to compete, no.
Can only add that at each veterans event I've been at, probably 90% of the veterans there are wearing something. Either a military hat, a military shirt. So I don't know, they might be open to something different than this building. But they're big into that. Except for me.
Okay. So anybody else?
Just a reminder that the screening of the Borica's Revolutionary Fest is gonna be on April 18th, and everyone is welcome to attend.
April 18th.
Yeah.
Are we advertising this?
It's already on. So the other thing is that the Historical Society and the Minute that are coming, we're gonna make it like a group event and go and watch the screening. So if you guys wanna do that, that's not.
Okay, so we got, what's on the 18th? I'm sorry.
It's a screening of the documentary that I made about Borica's involvement in the Revolutionary War.
And when will it be done?
It's April 18th at 6 p.m.
Where?
Oh, wait, BATV, sorry. They're right across the
So
street.
you expect, can you handle a big crowd?
We can figure it out.
It's parking.
Make it work.
Yeah.
It's tough in the dirt.
Yeah,
That's
it's like a parking lot.
Yeah.
All right.
There's 2 lanes of parking right in front of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Also park on Milbury Lane.
Good question. Are
Not
we
dangerous at
gonna
all.
put anything in the center, like? To acknowledge the 250th, like I was in Groton. And they probably have like a 10-foot cake, like wooden cake that someone made. That's like all candles and it says, Groton 250th, USA,
Yeah.
Lexington has the like lantern. So are we gonna be doing anything like,
Well, so I think the biggest thing that we have is funds and getting it.
what if we just get a banner and just hang it out of the library window?
I think we'd have to get approved.
Yeah, we have to talk to the library about
Yeah.
that.
So,
Right over the front door there. At least it's something.
so we asked the library.
Okay.
I think that's the cheapest way out.
Yeah, well, we'll
I
get to
have,
that after.
I called Kathy back, so I'll ask her.
Okay.
About the banner.
If we can get flag style banner, can we have it full
No, the selectmen voted that we can't do that anymore. Cause it opened the Pandora's box of
Oh, yeah.
everybody, so
All the
they
flags.
squashed it.
Yeah,
If we do it, then what the
Everybody.
next organization wants it.
yeah.
Can we then discuss?
That's
Yeah,
beyond
we're gonna do that in
my
a second.
pay grade.
Okay. So we're-
We already got going.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right, so
There's nobody in charge right now.
we're supposed to have 2 banners made. Did you know if Kelly's work made progress, if you and Kelly made progress on those banners?
Check.
Said we allotted, what, 500 for that, Michelle?
Probably my head point.
No, not right now, don't worry about it.
It's in the notes.
Yeah,
All right, I'll have-
I had one made, it was a 4x6 and it was $120.
Are we investigating them? Isn't that, we're still in the process of finding out how much it's gonna cost.
Which size did we want? What size?
I think we said 4x8.
Yeah, and we have to figure out how much it's gonna cost.
Yeah.
But we did. we
I
allotted a
have-
certain amount or up to a certain amount of money.
Well, so I have the cost of them, because I had one made.
And what do we want on the banner?
The records 250 thing.
what, for in front of the library?
4x8 was 162, a banner.
We already got pricing,
I have pricing, because I had a banner made.
so.
That's for like tables and stuff, right?
So a 4x6 is
we're looking
120,
at 2 different types of banners.
Okay,
a 4x6 is 121.50 and a 4x8 is 162 before tax.
$400. They have 500, that's plenty.
That'd be 3
We
banners.
could use.
You want motion for $500?
I think
Well,
we already
we're-
made that
Well, we
motion.
got it.
Chris, where are these banners going
We need them in general.
in
We
general?
were gonna get a
So
couple
this is, wouldn't be
different.
the one for the library, because we don't know if we,
Well, if we're gonna do the one for the library, we're gonna get 3 different sizes. We're gonna get a 3x6 for tables,
okay,
4x8 for display. And I think we were gonna do, I think it was 2 4x8s and a
What was
3x6.
one for the tables would be, I understand, but you know, 250th committee, but the one for the building should say something different. Celebrating.
Yeah,
America's history. You know, then put Billerica 250th committee with our website or something on it.
This should be like, yeah,
Access all
Google,
stuff, BTV,
250.
can you throw together a design?
Ooh, Can we put it on?
Yeah, we put it on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I can make something through Canva. or
Yeah, like
start
mark-
making
yeah.
something through Canva,
Cause I remember what Jamie put.
Yeah, no, I can mark something up
Perfect.
that for next time.
Awesome.
all right, so it's gonna be Berica 250th
For 2 of them,
for
But
2 of them.
Do we wanna put anything else on there?
I would say put celebrating America's history,
Yankee Doodle?
Yankee Doodle Town 250th committee,
Yankee Doodle Town to 50th and then something good.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then our website. So when people see
The
it.
web,
oh,
the
look at all
website
that.
looks horrible on anything it goes on.
What's that?
There is a tour.
No, the
There is
address.
a redirect, so when you get to .us and then the backslash, just say 250. And it should still work.
Is,
All you have to do is like hover over one of the things.
Well, when we're putting it on the banner. Oh, you know what we can do? QR code. QR
that's
code,
what I was just
QR
gonna say,
code,
we QR code.
QR
Yeah.
code. Put a QR code, people can scan it right at the library, boom, takes them to the website, they can see all the events.
I was gonna be pulling over in front of the library, traffic area.
That's okay, that's okay.
So Berica 250,
What, for what, the banners?
Yeah.
So he's gonna design something and then you can take it to get printed.
okay.
What did you say?
Perfect.
What we're gonna put on it, Yankee Doodle Town, Billerica, the Yankee Doodle Town, 250.
250th celebration.
Celebrate America's history, Yankee Doodle Town,
Celebrating.
250th committee. And
What
You
then
don't wanna have.
and then a QR code.
Saturate with
What
words.
wants to do is, whatever you come up with, send it to me and then I'll send it out to everybody as, black copy.
Little words, you know, not a lot of words.
Yeah, not a whole ton of work, but the QR code will direct, and then they can get whatever. 'cause
Berica 250 and then
Yeah,
a
but-
QR code.
You can do one right online. I can do it for you and send it to you.
Okay.
I've done so many of them.
We're right across from Town Hall at the 18th.
Pardon me?
That's perfect.
Yep. All right, so. Do we want to take a vote on the July 8th event with the VSO?
I make a motion that the Billerica 250th committee, what do we wanna call it, support or co-host?
I would say.
Yeah.
Sponsor,
Sponsor the
July 8th.
but what's he calling it? Community concert.
Yeah, 2/15 Army Band Community Event.
Yeah.
They were inviting to join the 250th Marvin Band Committee in the community event.
Perfect. Perfect. All
Can
right,
I make a friendly amendment?
yes,
Can we offer to do refreshments?
we can't sell them, but yeah, I would.
I said offer to do refreshments, not sell them.
Well, you're in charge of fundraising, so I'm thinking.
Oh, see, I'm thinking, you know,
Why don't,
we can get food donated and just give.
We get the shirts, they supply the refreshments, we help deliver them, is that what you're saying?
She wants us to,
We supply the refreshments,
Refreshments, yeah.
we supply.
I can get them donated.
Depends on what Don's doing.
Well,
I don't know.
Although that's what I'm asking. It's like,
so why don't we,
we'd have,
Okay, that would be something we would have to offer John and see if he wants.
so.
well, that's whoever's liaison with Donnie.
So why don't we vote to do it, and then I'll try to get Donnie here for the next meeting.
Do we have to?
Does that work?
No, wait.
And then we can, because there's,
Sorry.
sure, there's many things that we could do.
Right, but I'm just
Have a
saying
bunch of
refreshments
tables.
is we can get that donated and
Oh, yeah. Well, it works for me.
Al.
Do we have to worry about it? The same, because of everything in the last few years, we have to worry about service safe or anything.
Yeah, if you just do bottle of water.
Yeah,
That's, because that's sealed, that's why
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But if we do bottle of waters, here's a little trick, just put stickers on every bottle of water, let's say 250th committee.
could do that.
And then when you hand them out, our logo, website,
Yep.
everything's there, people are gonna see it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a change with little advertising. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we could do that.
Just a quick, there's a Facebook thing like stickers or something like that.
Yeah. So
We'll
let's,
provide the label.
Putting on the ballot. The logo.
No, you just made a great point. Take our banner that we put in the library, make that into a sticker and put that on. That way brand recognition, boom, 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 it's always out there.
Yeah.
And that's what we keep throwing out at
yeah,
everybody.
we can do that. They're inexpensive to print.
No.
Who would do the stick? Who would do the label?
Is that?
Well, I will just go to the AG.
Once he gets,
printing.
once he gets the logo, I'll look into the stickers.
So John will have.
Send me the logo after that whole thing and I'll look into a sticker.
Just go down to ADG. He'll have it in 24 hours.
EDG.
ADG.
I know, you get like a kickback?
Yeah.
Huh? I had all my stuff printed there. I had all my stuff printed there. I get called me, like, people like me this.
Where's ADG?
Right down by next to Belly, down the corner, next to Mike McCarris. I'm from down the corner.
Near Belly Busters?
Yeah, Belly Bus, Brown's Corner.
You gotta wait until we get the,
The logo, yeah.
The logo for my,
Yeah, just go down there and, oh, yeah.
I'll get.
I got his email. You can.
you have
see
until
it. I can- yeah.
July 8th.
Is that?
Use our logo.
No, use that logo. The QR code.
That's the logo that we have approved. There's nothing. else.
Correct. Then the
I
QR
think
code,
that's
then I'll just
carry
get a,
it. Proof is the logo that we just,
we'll just make
the one
the,
you,
we already have, yeah.
we'll just make the logo stickers the size of the label on the water bottle.
All right, should we have a second on that motion? All right, roll call vote. Shell?
Hold on.
Oh.
All
That's okay.
right, Chris. Actually, let's go around the table.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I,
I,
Dan?
Tom,
Yes.
Is that Tom or Dan?
That was Tom.
that's
Tom?
Tom.
Dan?
He's driving.
All right, so,
Steve?
Yeah, don't be causing accidents there.
no, all right, vote on marking April 19th flyer submitted by Tom. I'm gonna pass this around. He had given this out for us to advertise, share this around, make sure we're good. We can put that on the website.
That was fine.
I have an email, I can send it out, just pass it around to make sure everyone's fine with it. This is more to just mark it and send out.
Tommy, do you have that digitally?
Yeah, you won't see me at 5:00 either.
I have it.
Be there in spirit.
Yeah, he sent it to me.
But they-
Tom, you wanna talk about your flyer?
He's working right now,
That's a sad-
so he might be.
I would love to, can I get back in 5 minutes?
Yeah, we'll circle back. All right, we'll come back to that.
I'm ready, sorry, I'm here.
Oh, you good?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I was in talks with Reverend Catherine from one of the churches that's on the center.
Congregational church.
Yes, thank you. And she agreed she's gonna have bells being rung from the church that's on Andover Road.
On the end of a road.
And so then I created a flyer. I have 20 participants who want to do this. So I created a flyer. It's pretty amateur, but I think it gets the point across. The only thing I didn't do include a link. I didn't know if just put the Billerica 250th link. That could just tell people what time it's happening at. It literally should just be going from 5 to 5:30. And that's all.
But then we have refreshments afterwards.
Oh, I didn't know if we were doing. I mean, I'm happy.
It's just for the performers.
Just for the
It's just
performers.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, I'm happy. We'd be happy.
But we can do something separately if we want to do separately.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's totally fine. We don't have to be in Concord till 7:30 in the morning. So some people are like, could we just hang around and talk to people? So if people want to, if it gets advertised that townies do come out for it, I'm sure people would be more than happy to stick around and talk. Some people are going to want to go back to my house to crash for a couple hours before we have to go to Concord, but I'm happy to volunteer myself and a couple other people to stick around and talk. But the heart of the program is from 5 to 5:30.
Are we ringing the bells?
Yeah,
Yes.
Congregational church.
Yeah.
The Unitarian church bells are broken.
Did anyone talk to Taryn? She was supposed to reach out to the other schools, because I guess one of the reverends is interconnected with the rest of them, like St. Teresa's bells.
Yeah, Catherine is.
Okay, so is she
Interfaith.
reaching out to all of them? The
Yeah.
Interfaith, yeah.
Interfaith.
So she's reaching out to all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you also do digital copy here?
I should
Says
be,
enter link here, we have to put that on there.
yeah, I should be able to.
It looks good, Tom.
Where's Thomas can send it to me?
Thank you for doing that, Tommy.
Yes, thank you.
If
I think it looks,
I start posting them on socials and stuff, should I even bother including a link or just say check out the Billerica 250th website? And then my other question is a parking recommendation. I don't know if we could park in the library, or I think the library parking lot would be best. Would we have to ask them for permission, or because it's
Library is probably easiest.
Do we need to put that on here?
No, I think anybody's coming.
you can park in the library or the food pantry. They're both right there.
Yeah,
Tommy, what?
Neither
what
one of them.
Social media are you talking about?
Excuse me?
What social media are you talking about? You said you had.
Oh,
Yes,
just the Billerica 250. It doesn't have to be. Well, I wanted to post it on like the Billerica page for positive news, and if we could put it on like the Billerica 250th Facebook.
Yeah, I'll put it on there.
I'll
I
send
should
you
be
a
able to
few.
get new postings by.
Yeah, I'll send it
that
to you.
website. Catherine's gonna-
I'm sure we can put it on BATV. Right, Isaac?
Yeah, I just said that he would be coming to.
We'll put whatever we can on there.
okay.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No, no problem. All right, we all good to market? I don't think we have to vote on that. We're good to
No,
market it? Okay. All right, discussion and vote on July 4th, discussion, let's move this one down. We're gonna narrow down some activities. This is the list of activities that we came up with. Everyone take 5 minutes, scroll through it, circle your favorite 6. We're gonna give this method a shot. I'm in hours here right now.
I can.
Didn't we already do the Merrimack Valley Convention?
Yeah, that's done, that doesn't require any of your work.
And if they're already on here, we've already done them, or they're already on the schedule, we don't
Just-
really have to
no.
worry about them.
Wouldn't the Battle of the Bands be on this? I know there's something different.
That was specifically, we're doing that for the beer garden. So that's already set. This is all extra ideas.
Oh, okay, that's what I was confused.
Yeah, these were all extra ideas that we can come up with.
Okay. And we're doing Ring Your
If you
Bell.
can't pick up 6, just pick your
Are
couple.
we doing Ring Your Bell though?
Yes, this is an old list.
Oh.
Yeah, so just pick like your top 3 that you're doing. I think we're pretty much all gonna have similar idea.
Is challenge points the wooden nickel?
Yeah, I think they changed from the typical challenge point to the ones.
So yeah,
To the same thing.
Yeah.
Isn't somebody planting a tree?
that had to do with,
That's Easton's, yes,
yes.
yeah, he's
Okay.
gonna do an oak, because we had an oak instead of the elm like his originally.
Okay.
Yes.
Basically, we're just trying to come up with a few ideas to get us through the next few months.
So a lot of this stuff we're already doing.
Correct,
So. we
which is
have-
good.
We have a lot going.
Mm-hmm.
And we got two.
Everything I wanna do is already on the schedule.
Everything's already on the schedule?
Everything I really wanted to do is already, we're already. doing.
Beautiful. It's a good thing. That means we're on the right track.
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
You're doing the Convention and Visitors Bureau? This calendar, out.
I like this one.
Okay.
All right. Pencil down.
You know, the boss of me.
What do you got on your list, Diana?
How's it pass it down?
The haunted trolley tour,
Okay, that's one for you.
of course.
Give that back, Isaac.
Why don't you take so we can go a little faster, why don't you just ask how many people?
Okay, yep. All right, how many people scavenger hunt the style of national treasure? How many people have that on there?
So we got 2 for that, 3? for
3.
that?
I got it.
Four.
Did you
More
put,
than
did you
that.
check that? No, so we got
All
1,
right,
2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Oh.
Haunted trolley tour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clean up, green up historic sites. We're already doing that.
Already done that one.
Garden club to decorate the center with patriotic theme.
I like that.
All right, so we got 1 for that. So we're gonna,
Oh,
2. Reach out to the Manning Association. That's not even a thing.
Got it.
Fashion show and catwalk of historical garments.
That was Tom's.
That was Tommy's.
Tom, are you still doing that?
liked it.
I like
Striking.
it. The fashion show and catwalk of historic garments.
Yep, I would like to.
Okay, so
3,
4,
4.
5.
Maybe I'll change my mind. Where would we get these garments?
He's gonna make them. Him
Yeah.
and people are gonna
And
make
people
them.
are gonna make them.
No.
Not making them.
So it's just like something we'll do on the common, just 1-day event.
No, so this event, it was supposed to be that kids who are into fashion and sewing or using a sewing machine who like to make clothing would try to make garments. We're not making.
Yep.
It'd be a garment.
Where would we do this?
We can do it on the common. We can find the venue to do it in. It's just more of the idea so we can actually move with this, because what I'm trying to do is get an event for July 4th, because you said the Lions aren't doing anything.
No, they haven't, for the 5 years I've been there, so.
Yeah. Concert on the common, including fife and drum bands.
I had that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Historic Trades Bell, Trades Day, Historic Trades Day. Anybody?
I like that one, we do that.
Well, we can, yeah, so we got 2 that put it on their paper. 2 of you put it on your paper. Ring your bell, we're doing that. Living history. That was reenactments. Still like shows, quick skits.
Oh, that was for the drama club.
That was the drama.
That
club.
was you, Tom, wasn't it?
That,
Or was it?
not,
I thought maybe.
That was just a general idea that someone
Okay.
came up with. Did anyone put that on their paper?
No.
No. Challenge coins, no one put it. 100th anniversary of Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, no one put it. Lions Club speech contest.
That's held once a year. When did we hold it? March, April?
Oh.
We held it in February. I think.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I don't remember what. day
So
we
it
did
wouldn't be until February of 26.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll leave that one out. Billerica History Day in the Town Center with history and music.
You know, I like that one
Okay, did
Yeah, I
everyone
did
circle
too.
it?
because I think we can do a lot with that.
We combine a bunch of these like historic traits.
Correct.
History, I love that.
So,
How many people were in it? Do we count?
No, that was a good one, so we kept it.
Yes.
Well, just combined with the other one, but I think you have.
Yeah.
So I think
correct.
everyone had this.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
To do all of it.
but they're not eliminating.
No, we're not. No.
But we're already doing a lot of this.
Yeah, so it's more so we're kind of cross-checking it. We're getting something done.
If we're combining them, it's automatically.
Correct.
Yeah.
Made in Billerica.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Well, that might tie into my idea, but we
Okay.
talk about the book.
All right.
Skip the art.
Sure.
Yeah, you skipped a
Tom
couple of.
and Tom.
yes, I might have to jump off because somebody's coming in here for a tour. of my club.
Okay.
So if there's a vote, I'm just gonna abstain.
I don't think we're really gonna be taking a
skip-
vote besides adjourning.
You skipped 3.
Did I?
You skipped the 419, the historical alert.
Oh, 419 reenactment. Oh, we're already doing that. We're already doing that.
Okay.
Historic alert using the model. We are not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
No, Clancy said we can't use the alerting system.
That's done.
All right, let's cross that out.
Too controversial.
Yeah, women's suffrage for lunch at the country club remaining Mance.
I circle that one. And that's bringing in the women's, what they did during the
Yep.
war too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Admittedly, it can be later. Obviously, this spring is so busy with the V250th that that's kind of any time.
Yep.
And the Manning Mance is in, they wanna help, they wanna come join us.
Okay. All right. We're gonna stop this exercise.
Why?
It's not working. However, the big ideas, the rest of them we've kind of already done, and it's not necessarily us
Yeah,
doing
but what
it.
about the art contest? You could
So,
do a bunch of pictures.
What I want to try to figure out, because the Lions, our next discussion and vote on July 4th event. The Lions are not doing anything as of right now, so I think that we should do an event for 2025 for July 4th. We have most votes for scavenger hunt. Haunted trolley is gonna be Halloween. So we'll cross that guy out. Fashion show and catwalk, concerts in the common. All those had 5 people raise their hands. So we have 3 items that 5 people raised our hands. What is most feasible for 4th of July?
I think, we do hot dogs and get the firemen or the policemen involved.
Yeah.
And do hot dogs, hamburgers, our water with our saying on it,
Food. Hot dog.
and then a concert on the common that day. Well, oh yeah, you had that watermelon.
So so it needs to be something that we can put together within the next 3 months.
So, well, we're gonna feed them once they get there, well, how are we getting them there? Concerts?
So July 4th is a Friday.
A lot of people go away.
Yeah, keep in mind, a lot,
Yes.
we're gonna take it off.
A lot of people go away, barbecues.
Are they going away the week before, because the 4th falls on a Friday, or are they taking the following week off?
Well,
I would say
It's
that's.
gonna be.
It's gonna be both. It's Friday, they're gonna go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then take the rest of the week
Some
off.
people are gonna be working Thursday and then take off the weekend.
I'm just saying, I don't think
We'll
you
take
need
off the week going into the week.
That's what I mean, which one do you so?
We can get in touch with the, that woman that reached out for Indigenous, and she would do a powwow for us on the 4th of July.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is a powwow something we want to do on the 4th of July?
Yeah, well, I was just thinking if that would offend anybody, but
I think it would just be, yeah, I don't know if that, I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Not my image of the 4th of July.
No, it's not my image either.
But
Somebody had to say it.
So
Yeah.
the people fought with the Patriots at Bunker Hill and throughout the Revolutionary War.
So I'm thinking more of a celebration, just because it is the 4th of July.
Yeah.
They can be there,
The minute you said hot dogs and I was like, yeah,
but I think if she can do it and still be a presence there, I don't think that's a bad thing.
concerts. We can invite her.
Yeah.
Give her a hot dog.
Give her a hot dog. Give her a hot dog. So we can collect, we can do some fundraising food wise.
Should we think of a backup location in case the weather's bad that day? Like indoors?
DATV? You have a kitchen?
You do have a kitchen.
Nice.
How many people will that let?
Yeah, but if it's a center, why can't we use the senior center? They have a tent.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea at all, yeah.
They have a permanent tent? here?
The permanent tent, yeah, it goes up in the spring. It's not I don't drive around the center too often, but it's usually up by now. Oh, May.
Yeah, it's been wet.
Yeah, they've, that's where they have, the police appreciation barbecues.
Yeah.
At the start of the summer.
Yeah, they have that, it's a big tent.
Yeah. That's what they made.
What time of day on the 4th? Because I know we're going to be back in the town until it's after 1.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be on the 4th of July. It can be like that weekend.
That's the weekend when we're saying people go over.
Then we should do it on
That's
the
fair.
3rd, July 3rd.
We could do July 3rd.
I would do July 3rd before people go away, because then most people are gonna take Friday off. So they're like, okay, if I'm not working the next day,
We can do it 5 to 8,
I would do the 3rd,
5 to 9.
and I think you get a better crowd.
We could do it at Veterans Memorial Park too, if it's a nice day.
That way.
The,
Do you think they're gonna have something there on the 4th?
that's true fair.
Well, we just have to check with the Barica Police.
Yeah.
The 4th of July, people go to
Is
parades.
this something you can run with?
Yeah.
Wilmington or Tewksbury, no, Wilmington has a huge one. So that's why if we do the 3rd, I think we'll get a better crowd.
So you wanna
Probably
do
after work.
six to
After
nine?
work, 6 to 8, 6 to 9.
So, yeah, 5 to 9, 6 to 9, 6 to 10.
So like for me, I volunteer for the
Five.
Burlington 4th of July
5 to
parade.
9.
Yeah, 5 to 9.
5 to
I'll do
9.
that from 7
Huh?
a.m. to
5 to
1.
9.
So I'm tied up.
What do you think, Kat?
What's that?
Afternoon.
You look like
In the morning.
Whatever your concerts, entertainment is, their schedule is going to really dictate.
Yeah, so if we,
Rather than trying to pick the exact time right now, like figuring whether it's 5 or 6, whether it ends at 9 or 10, it's really gonna depend on those vendors and entertainment.
You wanna work on the vendors? The performers?
Yeah, and what's
the band,
Didn't Dan have
Dan had that.
the
Right.
mic and drum, or do we wanna do it like a band?
I think like a band,
a band. Yeah,
like a local band.
can probably get a
And
list
band.
from,
Yeah, we have some bands that come, so I can look into that. Do you have like a genre of music you want?
Patriotic.
Patriot, oh, yeah.
I think country.
Traditional, like,
Are we talking about,
And then is there an amount of money, or you just want me to figure out how much money a few different bands would cost and come back with that?
Yeah, come back with
So
it.
that's,
How much is that gonna?
yeah, what are they
How much
typically?
is a band?
$1,000 to $1,200. We get them for the Christmas parade all the time.
no,
They want like
if
$1,000
you're
bucks.
gonna have them play music, then play John Philip Sousa stuff, start.
Well, so the question is are there any high school bands, kids that wanna perform
On the 4th of July.
on the 4th of July, the day before?
Well, I'm thinking that they might give us a cheaper price if it's the 3rd, because it's
They
not
might
a
give
Friday.
us a cheaper price. But we
Well,
could
she can
do,
just come back and,
yeah, come back with, yeah, and then we can, but similar to your Battle of the Bands idea. Do like a smaller one. Yeah. There's bands around town.
There are a lot
Kids.
of bands who wanna be recognized,
No,
Or
we're
you're
talking
trying to
about
get-
Small bands or concert band?
not.
No, we're talking like guitar.
Yeah.
Like rock band,
Bands,
country.
if
something.
they're willing to donate. But
Well,
it's
it's
great for me.
Well, I think that's the way that we need to kind of go, because most of our fundraising is gonna happen.
So let's see what Jess
From
comes
May.
up with these first,
And then we'll come back
and then we'll come back and figure it out from there.
Perfect.
Sheriff, again, to Gil's point, as far as the brass band playing the patriotic music, we do have that 5 days later when the army band comes. to the
That's
high
true.
school.
Correct. So that's why I was trying to avoid.
Yeah, no, I pass.
All right, so I'm gonna call the police chief, just check out the July 3rd for concert in the common.
Yes.
And then see if I can get the fire department and the police department to donate the hot dogs and hamburgers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Maybe even for us to take care of hot dogs and hamburger, I don't think it would be a hard.
And then of course we
Thank you.
can make PSAs and put them on BTV also, just raise the awareness that it's going to be going on.
Yep. Al,
Since we're already talking the third instead of the fourth. At that point of the season, aren't we doing concerts on Tuesdays? So should it be the first? I'm just asking.
Well, they don't do the concert on the commons anymore.
Yeah, we
Right.
did it last year.
You did it last
are
year?
you gonna be doing
I-
it here?
We haven't started booking yet this year, but we are gonna be doing
So
it.
that's the only thing, is if you are even have one on Tuesday, then have on Thursday.
Well, so if you guys are already planning on if that's something you're gonna do,
Just don't book one that week.
They haven't
or,
planned yet.
or we just
They haven't planned yet, so
Why don't we crash?
crash it and we'll add the hot dogs and hamburger, unless you guys already do that.
Yeah, no, we don't.
So we can add all that, make it a little bit bigger. Maybe we can get Curtis Knight to do something.
Hurts like my people.
He-
That's a lot of driver stuff.
Exactly, so we could probably get him, he's got all the lights and the things and the,
There's also a band that plays along Doric, and I'm trying to get the name of it. It's all Doric kids.
yeah, that's why, yeah, because I mean, I remember being down at the gym, down at the garages down up behind Danny's, what's Danny's now? And we used to play back there.
This one plays at the tavern more.
didn't
Yeah,
you guys
no, no,
start
this was-
later in July?
No.
No, this was like,
I don't think you guys started the week of the 4th of July. It was like,
okay,
yeah, just figure it out.
yeah, just let us know. No, these were like jam rooms. We'd all be in the back, there'd be like 10 different bands in each different room.
It's still there.
Yeah, is it? Oh, yeah, it was fun. We should go down there and just play and everyone watch it. It was a good time.
So can you just let me know before I call the police? The police.
All right, so I think we're on a good track. We'll kick that to next meeting. With a little more information. I think it's something that we can definitely throw together pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
That's not something,
Mission statement vote. So Isaac wrote up a mission statement for us. Gonna pass this around. Like, give me half of them, so I'll pass them this way. I'm gonna read it out so Zoom can hear us. Okay, everyone got one?
This sucks. No, it's good.
I wrote that.
Yeah. All right, so we got the mission of the 250th Committee in Borica is to partner with the community of Borica to organize events that honor the sacrifices our town made in support of our independence from Great Britain 250 years ago. While we are specifically seeking to highlight activity between March 1775 and to July of 1776, we also want to acknowledge that our support of the revolution lasts until the war's end in 1783. We aim to create events that honor, celebrate, and educate the community of Billerica about the impact it had on the outcome of the American Revolution and the birth of the United States of America. We need to change March to April.
You want a motion to make this on mission statement?
Correct.
That's just to put it on the table
Wait,
for discussion.
I wanna make one point, and that is that the select board had a meeting. And they voted on a mission statement for us.
They did.
yeah, they did.
They tell us.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
They did.
They did.
When?
So before we adopt this, we might need to go back to the select.
Do you want?
That would be.
I can call, the lady at the selectmen boards. I can't remember her name.
What, Dawn?
Dawn, I can call Dawn tomorrow, and see if I can get it.
All right, we'll push this to the next meeting.
And I'll email it, or I'll email it to you, you decide. I don't want to be punished.
All right, bring it.
Can I make a point?
Yes.
The reason I put March as opposed to April was, Thomas Gibson and all of the pushback that was happening in town after that event.
Okay, alright.
So we can't change it anymore? Yeah.
I think that we've seen in April just because that's what
So
the city's telling us, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
But we can say before and after,
Yeah.
had on the, about the impact it had on the out before and somehow reword that.
Okay. Yeah.
But we gotta check anyways, if we have a mission statement then.
Okay.
God knows what it says.
I'll do that in the morning.
So it's gonna have more emphasis, on the spirit of revolution than just these days.
Okay. Update from fundraising and school subcommittee.
Okay, the subcommittee for the school I haven't met up with the superintendent yet because they have their problems over there. You know, it's just waiting for them to do their thing this
Yep.
week. The fundraising for the first one is coming up is, well, the bells, and then May 31st. And it was suggested to me, because they really don't want to close off this road over here. What they suggested was in the front of the building is have the food trucks. Now, that's one thing y'all need to decide is, you know, what we're gonna charge the food trucks. Cause the food trucks,
Is this for the May 31st event?
yeah,
Okay, so okay, alright.
so I just need to know
For a food truck?
per food truck.
Oh,
If you don't have a food truck, you're not gonna get a lot of people, but
no, but if we have the food truck, all those funds come to us, whatever we charge them.
the food truck, either they pay a fee or you get a percentage of what they sell.
I'd rather probably promote them and get a percentage.
I'd rather see the percentage should probably be higher than the fee.
That's what I say, but,
Depends on how many food trucks, I think we should limit it to probably 3.
so you want three,
I would do 3 food trucks or 2 and make them local food trucks. So you ask what the fork, you ask Augusta's,
Augusta's,
and then who would be the third one?
I would do a dessert one,
Get the
like,
cannoli guy.
the cannoli guy.
Everyone likes cannolis.
Everyone does like
So
cannoli.
the Board of Health has an entire list of all food trucks that are licensed to do business in town. And so if you start with that list, then you look at their addresses to see if they're also from town. And so that way, if any of those aren't available, then you can just keep going down the list.
Yeah.
So we wanna do a percentage based? What percentage do we want?
I don't think we can be too greedy.
Don't they offer a percentage?
Yeah, they have a typical one.
Okay. That's the-
yes, with Yankee Doodle, we just charge them a flat fee and that's it. So they said they need, of course, the health thing, but they can do that morning. It's not a big deal. So what the fork, a cannoli and the chicken on the run?
Yeah, chicken truck. But we have to get the list. Have you seen the list?
No, I can just call. I mean, these 3 here I know are on the list.
I wonder if Augusta's could do mobile ice cream.
I don't think they have a truck for that,
They're 2 different companies, Augusta,
but I don't think they have a truck for that.
I don't know if they have a way to do it though, if they have like refrigerator, like push carts or anything like that.
I know Michael does. Michael from Kaylee's Ice Cream,
Oh, Michael,
So we can ask.
huh?
He has a truck.
He has, because we had him at Yankee Doodle with the ice
Oh.
cream.
Okay. All right, so we're doing the craft fair, food trucks outside.
They're parked right in front of the flags.
Okay.
That's where they suggested them
Okay,
go.
yeah, well, that works for me.
So they stay out of everybody's way. Parking will be over here. And you can park on Thomas Glavin Way over here.
Mhm.
That way there people can come in. And of course, we're gonna have a table.
Mhm.
I already sold 4 tables. So I'm charging $25 a table because I wanna get more tables.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Instead of charging the 60.
How are you advertising? Word of
I
mouth?
haven't advertised yet. They're making the flyer.
Okay.
Put it on, yeah.
Do you have the max number of tables? Figure out.
22 to 24. So,
One for this,
Huh? I figure for us, we can be right here in front of the elevators.
Working it.
Do you know what I mean? We don't have to have an actual table. I mean, that's my thought. Because that's like, because when they come in, you know, we can have our stuff right there. And then, you know, they walk in and we're not using one of the other tables we could charge for.
And you were talking about a donated raffle table as well.
Yes, so how they work is you rent the table for $25 and then you give us something that's off your table and we raffle it off. That's just to make,
Take up to put all.
the way I look at it is we're gonna figure it out.
Absolutely. I'm just saying
At the-
when they start rolling in that.
Here's my pencil to raffle off. So,
That is a beautiful pencil. Alright, so I think you're making good headway with it.
Yeah, so that's about it there.
Okay. Anything for future events past that, or we're stuck, we're just gonna sit right there for the next?
Well, we're gonna do that and then we're gonna do July
July
3rd.
3rd.
July 3rd, the rec department's concerts are gonna start on July 8th. The July 8th one is already scheduled.
So is it possible to reschedule your 8th one because you'd be coinciding with
So the
The
band's
veterans.
already, we already have scheduled the band, so I just don't know if they're like a patriotic band or not.
Or do you want, yeah, just let it, cause I think that might be tough even with the high school. You're gonna be conflicting with the
Yeah,
high
with what
school's event.
Donnie has going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we might be able to reschedule that. I'll talk to Lori who scheduled it and see if we can move that. But then as far as making it the event for this, I'll see what the band is and see if they can do patriotic songs.
okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be patriotic songs, it can be
Anything.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it can be country, it can be rock. Different everything,
Okay.
And then if we find out the
Christmas
bands,
music for all we can.
then if we find out some bands in Barica,
Yeah, I'm looking for the name of that.
Yeah, they can be the big, we can set up a big stage for them and then a couple of small ones for
Yeah.
the other bands, yeah.
so we can still do that on July 3rd since you have nothing scheduled that week.
And it can be like a Woodstock.
Yeah, so, all right.
So let me ask a question.
The mud, it's not gonna.
Without the mud,
Well, Woodstock 99.
If I get the name of the band,
yeah,
this one band that's been around Billerica. Boy, I don't understand the open meeting laws well enough yet. Do I send it to everybody or just send it to you?
send it to me.
Send it to you, just.
And I'll-
In secret,
Yeah, believe me.
In Morse code.
In Morse.
Yes, Morse code.
Morse
Yeah.
code.
I have a camera.
Like Zodiac more so, like, you know, kind of like Zodiac Killer, coded in
Send it to Morse.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
I do not
Google
know.
Translate.
Google Translate, that works too. Is that you Portuguese?
Fala português?
Oh, I would have,
Oi.
said Italian.
Oi.
so the next thing would be for the three of us to get together. I think I have your wrong email address. So I'll send you out an email tomorrow for us to get together about the letter to send out, for asking for donations from the unions. So,
So that's a fundraising committee, meeting,
yes,
so it has to be on posted.
You have to- yeah,
it's gonna, I just haven't scheduled it yet. I'm just saying we're going to schedule it this week.
But you got an agenda,
Yeah, I'll do
Public.
that all tomorrow.
and I don't know if we're still gonna have to do Zoom. Does it have to be Zoom?
Yes.
Still? I thought that ended March 31st.
It was extended. So the select board's policy that they and all of their committees always have remote participation is still what?
So we can still do Zoom, we'll just do it remote instead of,
Yeah, I would just do you can do that completely remote Zoom meeting.
so that will be, you guys will get an email this week. Probably tomorrow.
Okay.
Can I share fundraising?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Pretty good ideas, doing this in all. I went to the Black Tie Bingo Friday night that the Council on Aging has, a member of the Friends. And I was looking at the book, and I had this interesting idea. What if this book said on the front, Billerica celebrates the 250th anniversary? Did you know that? And then you open up each page, and there's maybe Tom does it, there's a story about something in Billerica. you know, on the opposite page or underneath it, there are ads, which is what supports this particular thing.
So sell ads?
Yeah.
That's what we do with the Yankee Doodle. We have a program.
Okay.
Now, the good thing about it is, number one, they use Shawshing Tech. Shawshing Tech did all the design, all the printing, for cheap money. But they only did 100 of them because there's only 100 tickets that they sell at $100 each. But if we did like 300 of them and told these advertisers, we're gonna, at every event in town, we're gonna hand these out. I think it's a great magnet to make some money.
I think you're making instant money. You're making instant. Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, so what we did for Yankee Doodle is a page was $100. Quarter of a page was 25, half a page was 50.
So would you think, this is.
That's
a
what we
start
did.
for the committee.
Yeah.
But I think that, the fact that it doesn't cost you anything to have this with all the information in it, and it's worded right to make someone interested.
Did Tech print that too?
Yeah.
They printed it?
Yeah.
And okay, so we'd have to,
I know the people who did it. And they're willing to come, there's two people from the Friends of the Council on Aging, that are willing to come along and give us the information, who at Shawshing Tech is the contact, who they use.
Okay.
And I can get the list of who the vendors were that they went to for these
All right.
business cards. And
I think one of them
I
is sitting
haven't
right
heard
next.
what I think they get for sure.
yeah, so once we have the banner, I think we can bring it to the Tech, but we have to run that through Dr. Cleary, right? Do we
No,
have- because-
Shawshing Tech's
No,
different.
Shawshing Tech's a whole,
Okay,
yeah.
It's a
there's
whole
lady
different-
That's the contact that does the printing, and I think.
Yeah, I know
she'll
them.
fly with it.
okay.
She runs it like a business.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
This is what I
And they do a
want,
great job.
and it's
The
not-
problem we have is we probably can't get it done for this school year. We'll get it done early at the beginning, like in September.
Right.
I don't think we can get them to go fast enough to get it done.
Well, but I also think that by the time we get those, we'll have our full schedule set and done for 26.
And each one of those events, each one of those we hand out,
Mm-hmm.
and so for vendor, if you're telling me I'm paying $25 for one event, I might pay $50 for 5 events.
What if we did our own monthly bulletin?
That's. We'd have to have someone to print. Well,
Well, we were supposed to find out about the,
Well, if you did a monthly bulletin, why couldn't you put it on the board of the center?
no, you sell space on that ball.
Sell space on that bulletin.
Like
So,
the thing I brought you last time, that the Council on Aging does.
correct.
Each page has a story, and each page has.
So we're basically combining both ideas
Yeah.
into our own.
hold on, somebody is writing, who's writing the little thing?
Thomas,
Tom. You sure? Hmm.
Oh, boy.
Tom's doing it for the senior center.
Hopefully so.
Right,
It's
a little-
turned in by Thursday?
yes.
Which it goes to print on Friday.
Yep, so you send me it to Thursday, so we'll have that, so I'll,
And Tom knows that.
yes, Michelle and both Tom and Michelle.
It came up-
See, that would be a good thing to put the fair, the
Craft fair in.
craft fair in. And, you know, keep your eyes open for July 3rd.
Yep, so Thomas is basically just giving a list of historic events that happened in the month of April. And then we can add the events.
Well, you know, did you know that?
Yep,
So yeah, the one that they're doing there, the one from May, so we could put the craft fair in there.
we can put the craft fair for April and one in May.
If it's like the April one,
That's what's going on in May.
Yeah.
it'll come out.
Yeah, and just keep your eyes open on July 3rd, because that way you're,
So
Yeah.
from a timing point of view, the May bulletin will come out the last week of April. So if there's anything like late April, like we had the thing in March
Mhm.
that came out, so it grabs people in time. So,
But everything we're doing in April is like right in the middle of the month. I don't know if we're gonna make it.
but we should do it with any May events or any late April,
Yeah.
very late April.
Yeah.
event.
So that brochure pamphlet idea.
Yeah.
If we can get that up and running, whether, even if we have to pay for it, but we can get businesses to advertise monthly and they have to pay us a monthly fee.
That would be the bulletin. Right, if you sent out
Well, the bulletin with the COA separate. Right? we mixing
No,
ideas.
do your own.
Yes, we would do our own. With that right there, if we can get those printed monthly. And every business in town wants to advertise in it, we can change it monthly. And coincide with this.
My thoughts.
It's a little different. I'm
Yeah,
just
but
trying,
I- no, I
I'm just
wanted to
spinning.
feed- I feed information.
Yeah, no, I'm
You know,
just, I'm
ideas.
spinning off of it.
Ideas.
Because we would still give them out. And we'd be able to run them to O'Connor's, have them sit out there, we can have them sit out at the events that we're doing. But the businesses are advertising and they're constantly evolving. So if we wanted to advertise 10 businesses, we can change the businesses every month. And they're paying us that fee every month to change.
I was looking from the other side, if you came to me as a business and said, I have a one-time event. You give me $25,
Mhm.
but if I said I have a 5-time event, I might give you quite a bit more than $25. I don't know.
But that's it. So we could say, okay, you want 6 months? We'll give you 6 months for X. You run it for 6 months, they can either renew or not, but we're constantly rotating and, because there's a lot of business.
You know something, it's
can
not
build up-
worth all that running around, it's not worth it, let me tell you. Doing it from Yankee Doodle, it's not worth it. You just go there. The page is $100, quarter page, or half a page is 50, and a quarter page is 25. And then the little business cards are, I think, 35. You do it once, you know, you make the $2,000. And you have all the events,
So you think hit it once, not keep trying to redo it?
yeah,
Yeah.
because you keep hitting the businessmen, they're gonna say,
And you can charge.
Yeah, but if
I think
we-
You can charge a little bit more, where it's gonna be spread around town more than once, more than just Yankee Doodle. It'll be.
right,
It'll be at whatever Christmas event.
But if we're hitting them for $100 for one event, but told them $500 to run for the year at all the events.
Yeah, we need to come up with a price. I think we need a concept first.
Yeah.
We don't have to research that, like,
What content are you then just every single month
it would be just,
on the other?
It would
side?
be distributed at every event. That we, so I just, yeah, so I
So
went
it's
back,
just a sponsor book, it's
Spon-
not
basically.
content like what he was originally saying, which was did you know historical stories?
well, but if we do the, did you know, would it constantly be changing? Or would it just be that one, did you
Well,
know?
my imagined thing was a one time where there's maybe 10 pages,
Mhm.
5 pages of did you know, and 5 pages of ads,
Okay,
you know, and that gets
Which is-
handed out at every event. So it has more value. to
So it's like
the
20
business
pages.
than the one time.
That's- Yeah.
And you could even farm out the different historical stories, anybody who wants to write it, instead of because trying to get the COA bulletin written out of this committee, remember, you got to, who's gonna write it? who's gonna-
Yeah.
You could actually just farm out on social media or whatever, does anyone want to contribute a story to?
As a- where they could be a competition and at the end of our celebration.
Then you'd have to pick a winner, but if people are just
Pick a
willing
winner.
to give you
Yeah,
content,
that's
sure,
right,
we'll
yeah.
take it.
So that's my thought.
Oh, it's a good one, it's a good one.
Run with it.
Well, that's, so the question is, do we charge more for a year long and constantly pass them out?
Yeah.
Or do we charge for one event? Is it a one event item that you're looking?
I think instead of printing 100 for one event, you print 500, and at every event you give them out. And that to the advertiser, I think that has more value,
Absolutely.
you know.
So what do you think the ads cost should be?
Why don't I go back and find out what they're charging for these ads? That are in here.
But that's given out for just one event.
That was just for one event, but if we get a baseline.
We can get a base, okay. And then you have your baseline.
yeah,
You do it.
and we could pass them out at Yankee Doodle too.
And we can match up.
We can pass them out, yep.
But the problem with Yankee Doodle is that if we're gonna use Joshing Tech, we won't have it for that. But if we're gonna use an outside vendor, printer, we would.
Yeah, well, so I think.
I can talk to her, I bet you I can get it done.
Well, if you can, yeah, okay.
But worst case, we can do either or. They're not gonna cost a whole ton to print.
The hardest thing is going to be to get the vendors to contact and tell them what we're doing, and getting them to put up some money without
Right.
showing them anything that's done.
Yep, but I mean, the front page is pretty much gonna be whatever Isaac comes up with. For our banners and all that kind of stuff.
That's gonna be our brand.
And then we can sell the idea of the stories, the historical stories, the did you know, the events.
Yeah, we can reach out to the Historical Society, to Kathy Mart, the library.
Yep.
They can give us stories, but I don't
Yeah.
Either one of them is gonna.
Yeah.
We
require
come up with
support.
10 stories, that's 20 pages. We really don't want much more than that.
No.
Maybe that's even
Yeah.
too much.
And then, like you said, 5 pages of
Yeah,
ads.
five two-sided pages.
Or realistically, however many ads we can get,
Yeah,
right? I mean, we could get 100 ads.
we get more than that.
We can feed them in between each page. They could sponsor a story. Oh, if they sponsor a story, it's
I wonder if we could
50%
get
more,
I
whatever.
wonder if we could get a, since you're gonna talk.
But you also have to put in what the events are. What events we're gonna be,
Well, so that's the thing, is if we
Maybe
put
not
the,
this one.
yeah, because if we put the events in, we're gonna constantly have to be editing it because.
Unless, what we could do. Maybe not, is have this inside page have the events we do know. And then continue with the did you knows from there.
We could do that.
I mean, what, sure, it's not gonna be the event we do.
No, I like your original.
so you'd have to do,
No
so
events.
basically you do 2 books, one for the, you know, from, say, September to December, and then another book from January to July
With the events,
with the events.
or with the same book, we can print out the same size paper and stick it in the book.
You know, that's not a bad idea either.
That's true, but you
Because
charge more, you get more if you sell 2 books.
How would you get more?
Oh,
I was gonna say, can I just say, if we could get, like 10 stories to tell a story about the Revolutionary War, leading up to and during and after in Billerica. We have plenty of people who we can farm, it could be Kathy Marr, it could be, the Historical Society, Alec from, the Historic Commission. They can all do those, Tommy, they could all do the stories. Wouldn't charge us anything for it and get that ready and then sell advertising, and that could be like an artifact.
Yeah.
250th committee,
So that's
Instead
what
of
I'm talking about.
instead of trying to make it like an advertiser.
And these would be free?
The book is free.
I would say hand it out, but you don't charge people for it, but it's advertising every time somebody has it. in
Yeah.
their
Yeah,
hands.
that's the draw to the advertiser. Is, hey, this is a book people are gonna want, B, it's free.
Okay.
And C, it's gonna be at every event.
All right,
I mean, how can you not want to put something in there?
okay.
We could have a broadside on our website or on the Facebook
Yeah.
page. That people could offer some money to put something on there, but this could be something that we produce, as an artifact.
Yep, and we can do a
Maybe
digital, we can do a
Maybe we
digital
can get it
version.
in the time capsule.
So we do that, and we can also just do a digital version, and put it right on the website.
So there's, and you just, another trivial idea. As we sell these ads. The other piece of the price is that there will be a thank you on the website. Thank you to these people for
Put the
advertising.
ads on the website?
Not this, just the name of the company.
Name of the company support.
Thank you for your support. No, you know, all these advertisers like to support stuff, but they also like to see their name shown that they support.
Like a scrolling bar at the bottom.
Yeah, something like that.
That has support.
All right, yeah. Do we have to make a motion to vote, or we can just run with this?
I think we still need to do some work on it, but we can make a motion to look into it and bring it back the next meeting.
Okay, anyone wanna make the motion?
I'll make a motion that we should investigate the, what are you calling that, Gil? Gil's,
Did you know
did you know,
pamphlet, for the 250?
Book.
did you
Book.
know,
Book.
the work
Booklet.
at 250? Look into it and then. come back
Sounds
and
good
report.
enough. Yeah, it sounds good enough.
Okay.
Come back and report.
So excited.
Yeah, you just gotta find out what it would, what the ads would be, what we charge.
That's my motion myself.
Perfect.
At least we'll get a baseline. If you're gonna try to come up with what Yankee Doodle charges, I'll come up with what they charge here.
Yeah.
And then we'll blow it up.
we charge $100 a page, $50 for a half a page. Can you sell it? I did it all myself, so I know.
Bring it to the next.
Yeah,
meeting.
for a 1-day event though,
Huh?
for a
Yeah.
1-day event.
And this is
For a
something
one-day
that's a
event.
1 day.
I
So-
thought we were gonna do this all.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying the prices I'll get from this up for 1 day, what they charge. For the black tie, you'll get.
Oh,
what they
yeah.
charge For the 1 day, and then we'll say,
Gauge it.
could we do better than that?
Yeah, then we can just do it in the middle.
Okay, and we can always lower the price.
Yeah.
So Gil, you're going to, Different pricing?
I'm going to find out what the Council on Aging, actually, it's the Friends of the Council on Aging, charge for an ad in the book.
So investigate, did you know booklet, how much we can charge for advertising? Right.
Set a baseline is what we do.
Second.
All right,
I'm sorry, you're in charge.
second,
Yeah.
second, anyone second?
All
It
right.
was-
Roll call.
Isaac, or-
All right, roll call vote. Diana,
Aye,
Tom,
Yes.
he's gone.
Gil,
Yes.
John,
Sure.
Al, Michelle,
Yes,
Isaac.
Yes.
Chairs aye.
The only thing you have to ask yourself is if you want to ask churches if they want to advertise. Because with Yankee Doodle, they all wanted to advertise,
But they don't wanna pay.
huh?
They didn't wanna.
No, they wanted to pay, but then it was like, you know, you mix in church in with Yankee Doodle, you know,
But Yankee Doodle is private, this.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I would say, but
If Yankee Doodle wouldn't even do it.
We shouldn't do it.
yeah, it's not that we didn't want to, it's just very, you know how.
All right, well, let's get the idea moving and then we'll figure out. both.
We've
Yeah.
got a guideline for next time.
Yeah.
Back with prices.
And then we'll logistics it out. Update from, school subcommittee. Do we have any updates with any school subcommittee? No. Okay,
Al, I know Dan's been working with the Sepulveda event. June 14th, we have permission from the person that owns the Sepulveda house to do an event there. I still need to contact Billerica Police and possibly depending on drive,
this is a Minuteman event, right?
June 14th.
That's a Minuteman event.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the list that we
Right.
agreed to support at the
Okay.
last meeting.
Which we'll put our banner out there and promote it, all that stuff.
And the Manning Association has had.
Right.
Go there 125th, right afterwards.
So.
On June 13th,
June
Just-
14th.
June 14th.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how old you people are, but as you get older, it gets harder to remember what happens when. I've got this calendar going at home.
Oh, yeah.
And my second girlfriend Alexa reminds me about stuff. My third girlfriend Siri reminds me about stuff. Are we gonna put together a list of all the things we've been talking about? Or you're not gonna see me there? That's the problem.
Yeah,
Because if
look
I
at the
have-
street from now, let's.
So,
Just pick me up.
Yeah, let's go.
Maybe that we're scheduled.
That's scheduled.
Yeah, the things we're committed to. Cause I'd love to be there, but not find out about it the next day.
There's a calendar on the website and all the things that we put on our calendar are on the town's calendar.
So on a side note, do we want BATV to be filming the stuff like Ace Apollo and send the?
well, so I think you already are.
I would say so.
I'm just saying that for the people that can't make it,
Yeah,
at least we get it on TV
So
and get us out there even more.
So one of the things that I wanted to bring up, Michelle,
Yeah,
if,
listen.
as far as the website, is Isaac, help from Isaac, would that be beneficial to you
He's on that committee, so yeah.
on the marketing already? Okay.
I would it be a good idea to like put everything that we film, like all the 250th events that have been filmed, like have all of those listed on the website too, so people can watch them?
I think that would be a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yes,
Cause that'll just keep building.
the momentum.
People build excited, and some people might say, you know what, instead of watching it, I'm gonna go to the next one.
Yeah.
Cause we already have the Disney event in the can, so we can already post that one.
Well, your video, your movie is already on the website.
Oh, okay, alright.
And by the way, I covered you on William Road, because you didn't have them, people were saying, was all that bang. I said, it's those crazy Minutemen that were over.
Oh, one other thing. I have to reach my pocket. So whenever we order anything, if we're gonna order anything, you have to see me, because I have to put it through the town, because they don't pay taxes. And they let me slide this one in, the bells for the taxes. But if we buy anything, just let me know so I can put it in under this. And I told him I'd give him back this piece of paper afterwards because, you know, having too much.
Let me see. Let me see. I gotta order the shirts. So what do I have to do? I'm ordering them online.
You're ordering online? You have to go through CAT.
Oh, shirts are tax free anyways. Shirts are tax free, apparel's tax free.
Okay,
So is that the town Amazon?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, mine
I
is
told him I'd
tax
give
free.
it back.
Apparel, clothing?
Yeah.
You know,
clothing is
between
tax
now
free
and then.
in
Oh,
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I'll let them do what they want. Huh?
No, I still think it's tax free, isn't it? What if you buy $250 shirt, it's not tax free?
No, if it's on that, it's tax.
No, I'm just saying typically when you go and buy something that's clothing and it's tax-free in Massachusetts, it's over a certain price point, you have to pay the tax on that price point above.
Really?
So you're paying
So-
a 400.
I didn't know
Not having taxes, it's a need, not a luxury.
Correct.
You go and you buy a TV. So
Yeah.
you're buying groceries, it's not.
Correct.
So clothing is considered a need, but at some point, it's luxury. So it makes
So-
sense that they would have.
So-
Shoes aren't taxed either.
Shoes, some shoes
So
are,
I bought,
some
yeah.
shoes are,
some shoes aren't free.
most shoes are not, but like your work boots.
I'll have to
they're
pay
taxable.
I'll have to pay attention to it next time.
Really?
Shoes.
It's a need.
Not need for everybody, it's need for you.
I put food on my table. It's a need.
What's that?
Need for
Work
you.
boots.
Well,
Like
then you
say- like
claim them
say
on your
shoes,
taxes.
that's-
Work boots?
Huh?
Then you claim them on your taxes.
Yeah, but you
It is
wouldn't do an
taxable.
itemized tax anyways, would you? Not you,
I won't do the bills. My wife does.
So
I
Chris,
just still
when you
comes
go
in.
to buy that tuxedo, like tie event, you'll have to.
I'm not buying it, I am renting it,
You know, Chris,
renting it. What?
you need to buy them.
Not buying the
That's
tux.
not the fine.
Can we move on?
Alright, so anyways, update from working groups, do any of the working groups have any update? None, okay. Anybody else? No. Going once, twice, 3 times, and chairman report. Okay, so a couple things. Shirts. The one thing I just wanted to mention with them, we had said that we were doing red for members, blue for staff. If we wanted to try to do, well, I should say blue for volunteers. If we wanted to try to do that American flag of all us taking a picture, we should be the blue. Because there's less of us. And if we,
You
the
understand?
blue is the square in the flag.
Right.
So there's less of us to be able to make up that blue square than it is trying to make the red and white if we actually were to try to do an aerial picture at one of the last events, or if we try to do it in between. So I just would like to say, let's switch the members to blue as opposed to red.
Okay,
Okay,
Everyone fine with that?
okay, so members is now blue.
Blue as opposed to red.
so what do we, did we?
I liked John's idea about the flag, trying to snap a picture.
That was my idea.
That was
And
your
red
idea.
is,
Sure, every once in a while I get.
Dan, I'm sorry, Daniel, what?
red is volunteers and.
White will be for sale.
And did we figure what we're gonna put on the back of the white ones?
We did not.
I know we were kicking around 1776. Any other ideas?
Bring it to me next meeting or what you come up with, you're in charge.
That's the one I came up with.
That's all you're putting on there?
That was my only idea. I
That's
had.
all we're putting on there.
I don't know.
Come up with a second one.
Yeah, come up with like a bunch of different, cause if you just put it on the back, that's boring. You want the thing on the chest, you want something on the arm.
What if we did a circle with the Minuteman in the middle and said,
A logo.
250?
Well, the white one, you could put 1776 on the front and then.
Well,
our
so our
logo
logo would
that
be
we're
on the
gonna put
front.
Stickers on the back.
So we could do what, like,
Celebrating America's future. What we put on that banner, you put on the back of the shirt, and in the front corner, you put 1776.
so you want 1776 in the front corner?
Front corner, and then where Isaac comes up for his logo,
That's way too much to put on the shirt.
Get your tar and feathers ready.
why, it's black and white.
If you want it black and white, we could
I
do it
wouldn't do
too.
color, color's too expensive.
Well, so it would be one color,
One color,
one color.
you either do red or blue on a white shirt.
Mhm.
So,
We could do different, we can do one color different, if you do on white, you can do pretty, you have 5 different colors you wanna pick from, we just do it differently. People can order them whatever they want, we can spray them.
I kind of like the logo on the front and then just something on the back. The Route
Yeah.
250th committee.
So I'll see if Gabby can design a few things for us if she's willing to do
How about
that.
the Civil War flag?
Civil War flag.
This is the Revolutionary.
Or revolution.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it.
Just put a flag there, will you?
Once we go south.
In the back, I would.
Put a flag and-
I'll put Beretta 250 celebration,
Hoping that would go well.
if anything. 250 celebration.
Funny.
You can
Um,
do 250.
Yeah, so I'll have her
No,
try.
but people are gonna say, what's 250? So if you put 250 celebration,
They're still gonna go, what's the 250th celebration?
How about 250th American?
So by the time we come to the next meeting, I'll have our shirts done. And I'll have a couple designs to share. I'll see if Gabby can put it on her Cricut and see if she can. Maybe we'll do a couple mock-ups on different shirts.
I'm modeling.
Woo-hoo.
Okay,
So you need the money next week. Son.
once I order them, I'll just give you the receipt. I'm not worried about it.
Like a cat.
It's tax
What do
free,
you
so.
call that?
We don't worry about taxes.
Okay.
Okay. So the rest on the chairman report is Belly Buster Diner donated breakfast for Tommy's men on April 19th. So that was wonderful of them. If we can, Michelle, acknowledge them on the website, maybe on the Facebook, get all that, really kind of push that. I don't know, Kat, if there's anything you can do to promote that. He was very welcoming to it, and I think we can definitely work with them in the future on many of the other things that we do.
Chris, if they want, I could probably get a couple guys to dress and go down there and like take pictures at the restaurant if they want to do something like that as a.
Well, that'd be nice.
Well, so if you, when during or after?
No, like on Sunday or something, like the next. Yeah,
On the next day?
yeah, because we have to go to Arlington during the day, but we could like, Belly Buster's is only 3 minutes from my house, so we could go down there and if they wanted to do like a picture or whatever with us, I could.
Well, so Tom, we can do one or two things. If you're gonna be done at 5:30, I can either go down there and pick up the sandwiches and bring them
Yeah.
to you, or all 20 men want to eat, they'll have the breakfast sandwiches ready for you.
At the
You can eat
restaurant?
At the restaurant. I can see if that's an option.
Well, it would be easier for you guys if I mean, tons of people have gone to Belly Buster's during this weekend from out of state. So if I said that we were welcome to come down, I think that would be great.
And hopefully we can try to get a banner done by then, and I'll be at the event, so.
Yeah.
But I'll see what Armando says, and it's either I go down and pick him up, or he'll come up, like I said, he's donating, it might actually be easier for him, because then he's not packaging it. He'll just have it all ready for you when you come down at 5:45 in the morning.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Okay, all right.
But then I thought you wanted to stay up at the center.
Yeah, well, if you said 5:45, 6, we could just say like, we'll stick around for 15 minutes to answer questions and then head down to get to Belly Buster's. So could you say 6?
What time are you leaving for Lexington?
We have to be in Concord by 8.
Sorry, Concord, by 8?
Yeah.
So if you were to go down to the diner at 6, that gives you about half an hour up in the common?
Yeah.
So I'll see what he says, and then I'll email you.
Okay, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Perfect. So that was very nice of them. If we can do that, that would actually be really cool to have all these.
Can we get a picture? I'm gonna restaurant and post that.
We could do that. We could do it kind of like the iron worker photo.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We could post it, make a thing commemorative in a frame. All kinds of different things. Oh, yeah, okay, now we're cooking with gas, okay.
Yeah.
Outside of that, that's all I really got for my chairman report. Again, good meeting. We are missing.
What we did last night?
You forgot about the-
Oh, yes, we also did our town live last night. That was a fun experience. We did get the word out. Tommy, at some point, I want to hook you up with Sandra to do that monthly 5-minute little interview
Totally.
that we talked about. So she's all on board. She is like, that is a great idea. Let's keep that moving. So just let me know what your schedule is. I'll figure it out with her, and I'll probably loop you in an email or a text thread with her. I sent you my cell phone number earlier, so if you can just text me, that way I can just loop us into a group chat.
Sure, no problem.
Perfect. Is that something you are still interested in doing, right?
Absolutely. And
Okay.
if we did Tuesday of school vacation, I could do it because I don't have lessons that day.
Okay, all right, so we'll in the group chat, we'll kind of run through it. I'll introduce you to her and we'll figure out the schedule.
Well, she also could do it, because Mark's doing his own TV thing there. He could do it and then send them the video.
Well, so she said she would have to know what the schedule is gonna be in order to do that, though.
Oh,
If he
okay,
does some live with her and then some recorded,
okay.
she would have to know,
Save
yeah.
his schedule.
So she would have to know like, April, May, June is pre-recorded, July, August is live, whatever it is, she wants.
Good.
And I think that works for you guys, so that we know when to air it. Yeah, so it has to be
And there's gonna be a protest, right? On the 19th.
oh, yes, April 19th, there is a protest at what, noon?
On the commons?
On the common.
On the common.
I thought it was
yeah.
at 9.
For what?
Is it 9?
You know, the Trump,
We'll be done and out by then anyway, so it's not really gonna affect.
what they did
us.
last weekend, you know, they had people standing up at the center.
You remember, John.
We're being recorded, I cannot
Yeah,
speak.
so. Yeah, so that's that. Thomas, yes, text me you, so we can do that text thread. Outside of that, that is all I have. As far as agenda items for next meeting, if there is anything that you would like to make sure that is on it, please email me. And I will make sure that I put it on it. And does anyone want to make the motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so am I gonna call him for this, or you?
I will call him because I got some company stuff.
You did a, Chris.